Welcome to Great Talk and Entertainment. I'm your host, KJ, and this is the podcast where we review movies and TV shows from all your favorite superheroes, including Marvel Comics, DC Comics, and much more. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Great Talk and Entertainment official channel. Let's go, baby! As I continue on the new HBO Max series, Velma, I will be reviewing episodes 3 and 4, and this is a spoiler review, so if you have not seen the show, please pause this, hit the thumbs up button, because that would help me in so many ways to help this channel grow, give me more audience, and it would help push these videos through the YouTube algorithm. I hope I said that right, but please help me out with that. So pause it, go watch it like I said, and then come back and check out this review. So you guys been warned, this is a spoiler review for episode 3 and 4. So let's get into it. With so much going on, this is definitely a TV show that you definitely don't want to take very serious. It's a show with a lot of dark humor, a lot of just poking fun of how Scooby-Doo format show has always been since the beginning of a Scooby-Doo show or movie, and it makes little parodies fun of it. But again, it's a great series, doing very well. I think the cast are amazing, even though there's a lot of bad reviews that the audience don't like about, but I do enjoy this show, and I do enjoy it so far, so I'm really enjoying it. So as I continue on, episode 3 and 4 continues on from the last 2 episodes. Velma and the gang, aka her friends, are still trying to figure out who's the actual murderer. It wasn't Fred, even though Fred has some issues going on of just being a quote-unquote rich, spoiled kid or brat, right? And Velma's also still looking for clues of her mother's disappearance, as well as showing us that Velma is a not trustworthy narrator. And we also learn that the characters on the show too, the other ones, are not trustworthy narrator, because all these characters are showing us their viewpoint of how they view people and view the town, and of course how they view Velma. And it seems like this show, from episode 1, 2, and now 3 and 4, they kind of use the format of these characters may have a traumatized childhood life so far, and they kind of make fun of it with the dark comedy humor, of course. Like I said, the show is very dark humor, where they make fun of things that are very dark, you know. So again, if you're a fan of shows like like Futurama, American Dad, Family Guy, shows like that, you'll get what I'm saying. And another thing you'll notice is they don't know what's actually reality, especially Velma. Now, we can't, again, trust anybody, but another thing that they do in this episode is showing the true feelings that Velma and Daphne have for each other. And also, it's like a love triangle, because Velma is also still had feelings for Fred, but they use this as she's using this to hide her true feelings for Daphne, because, again, they're showing the idea that people make fun of her, and that's the reason why she's not popular, and Daphne is trying to hide her true feelings to Velma, and using the excuse that she's more popular than Velma, and Velma's not popular. So it has that high school drama going on too, but it is very outrageous and funny in a way. But again, these things are hilarious, and they later on you'll see that Fred is now attracted to Velma, because in episode 4 you'll notice that when Velma has to now make a top 10 list, or top 5, I think, rank all the pretty girls that the sheriff and the mayor need to protect from the murderer, because the whole town believes that the murderers are only selecting the pretty girls. So think of the movie Scream, even the new one that's coming out, which I'm really excited about, but that's not the point. But think of the movie Scream. All the pretty girls in that movie get murdered, or even the funny version of that movie. So they kind of use those type of formats. So it's very funny with that. And you see that Velma has to make this list, and Daphne's really trying hard to make sure that Velma just picks her and all her friends. In which you'll see that in episode 4 that they were trying to help Velma's like stepmom or Velma's girlfriend's dad. That not girlfriend, but Velma's dad's girlfriend that is just had her rudder broke, and everybody's taking pictures of her, videotaping her or whatever, and then her dad's girlfriend's like, "Hey, get the ring out, like I want them to take my good side." Or so there's a lot of funny about how society would, if there was a pregnant woman, people would pull out their phones and live stream it on Facebook or whatever. But it has that type of element. But then that's when Velma gets kind of mean and aggressive and kind of like a big old bully, like, "Hey, get out the way." And then Fred sees that, and he gets attracted to that she shows leadership and a little aggressive. So again, they're making fun of Fred, saying that he has mom issues. He likes his turn on is being controlled, because in this in this series so far, Fred's parents kind of control him. They're the one that bail him out of prison or try to get him out of prison or whatever. They're the ones that bought him the lawyer to have in court and etc. And then another thing I want to point out is in episode 3, yeah, I know I'm going to jump back and forth with these, so bear with me. There's one thing I want to point out is, let's see, Norville's dad is like a high school counselor, and then Daphne's mom, I think. I want to say it's Daphne's mom, but it was a female principal. And she's like, "You all ready?" And they all, got with her. And then when he said something like that to kind of get a little cheer, they didn't. And it kind of shows like a feminist. They're making fun of feminism and sexism in a way. But I thought that was kind of funny. And, he looks like Shaggy and stuff. So it's just a whole funny thing going on. Again, they're making fun of Scooby-Dooby-Doo, right? So that's what they're doing. So let's start with Velma. I'm going to start with a topic of Velma. So we know Velma is in a love triangle, her trauma, and she's still looking for her mother. And again, I truly think that her mom is maybe the killer and the one who traumatized her own daughter, because again, we cannot trust anybody narrating this show. And I just believe that at the season finale of season 1, we'll get the surprise, or maybe another hint, a cliffhanger, where it does confirm that her mom is the murderer and is the one that caused the trauma for Velma, because we can't trust them. So I'm definitely excited to see that. Fred, I think Fred, to me, in these 2 episodes, was hilarious. I think, in a funny way, he's learning about responsibilities. I think this is helping him grow from not trying to be so much of a spoiled brat. But I did think it was funny that he took like one of those half-naked pictures of him in the tub, and he used the filter and he sent it to Velma, and now Velma's playing hard to get. So now Velma's enjoying the fact that she can play hard to get, and now Fred's going to start, I think he's going to start obsessing over her, and I think that's going to be the gagging joke that's going to go on in this series. again, I really like how they did Norville. He has feelings for Velma, and I always think it's funny that in episode 4, he was pretending to be a therapist going to these prisons, and they have like these crystals or whatever it is to mind control and hypnotize them to get like the truth out or their true feelings. And I thought that was pretty funny too. But you notice how if Velma kisses or Daphne kisses Velma when she's having that like triggering moment where she sees this, the classic Scooby-Doo ghost demon, it's a kiss for her. But for Norville to do that to help Velma out, he has to say his true feelings, and she laughs like it's a joke, like you're like you're in my friend zone, like you'll never hook up with me, and that's funny to her. So again, dark humor. I think I just like seeing that stuff. So again, episode 3 and 4 were really good episodes, really funny to me. And again, this is a show that's not for everybody, but for people who do like the dark humor jokes, this is a funny show. And I know this is getting a lot of bad reps, but I think that I think people should give this a chance. Again, there's only 4 episodes out. I don't know how many episodes they're going to do. I'm assuming 10 or 12. But I think it's good. And now it seems like one of the other popular girls I want to bring up is, I forget her name, but she changed her style and she bumped into Norville, and now they kind of have a crush on each other. And I know everybody's saying like this could be like this girl's gonna be like Scooby-Doo, but I'm not sure. I don't know. But if it is, I think I wouldn't be surprised. Again, they're trying to do a totally different version of Scooby-Doo by just calling it Velma, and they're doing a different version of how Velma could be. So again, I'm enjoying it, and I know for people who are enjoying this, I'm gonna give this 1 out of 10 for both episodes. I'm giving both episodes an 8 because the way they're releasing this on HBO Max is 2 episodes a day, it seems like. So I'll just review 2 episodes a day at the same time. So both episodes all together, I'm giving them an 8. What do I think is going to happen next? I think that they're still going to tease, but I think there's going to be more. There's going to be multiple stories going on, and it's going to be a lot to keep up. But again, I'm enjoying this, and I hope you guys are too. So that's my review. Again, there's a lot going on, and I think there's going to be more. So there's going to be more clues, but I think 5 and 6 are going to be more revealing about and give us a better idea who's the murderer and where Velma's mom is actually at, if she's still in that town. So that's what I think is going to happen. So thank you again for listening to this podcast on the YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, Great Talk and Entertainment official channel. Subscribe, hit that notification button so you can always be updated with all the latest content. Thank you so much for supporting this. Peace.